Hello, my divine kings and queens. I'm back to do another video, and today's message, what we're going to be going over is God is saying there won't be no rest for the wicked. There's not going to be any rest for the wicked. There are certain situations that you all were placed in, right? And for a while, I feel like you did not know that the situations that you were in weren't supposed to be as severe as they were. Yes, God allowed certain things to happen in your life in order to teach you lessons, but He did not intend for it to be as severe as it was. The reason why these situations that you were in were so detrimental to your health, to your state, to your mental state, to your well-being, just in all aspects of your life, was because not only of the generational curses that was on your family, but also because of this root of evil that caused this dark cloud to be following you for upwards, almost if not all your life. Between 7 and 10 years of your life, this root of evil has been following you, it's been on you, it's been on your family. And see, the thing is, you didn't know that this darkness was on your family. The thing is, you thought for a long period of time that maybe it was just the people that you encountered that was evil. They were doing things to you. And even though they did, what caused it was because of this root of evil that was following you, this dark cloud that was over you. You understand what I'm saying? That jumped in within these people that allowed them to do the things that they were doing to you, say the things that they were saying to you, and the actions that they took against you was because of this root of evil that was on you, that was placed on you. Let me tell you something. For those of you who do not know, like I said, just a background, my story, and things that I went through in my life. A lot of you looking at me, you probably would never have known that if I did not expose it and say it, that of the abuse that I had to encounter and go through, right? And it's not exposing it to gain or seek any recognition. It's exposing it in order to resonate with certain people, in order to help certain people that I need to help, who's gone through the same situations that I've gone through, so I can enable you and show you how to dismantle that evil, how to get it up off of you, and how to overcome it and push forward in life. And the thing is, I did not know for a long period of time, why I was outcasted. There are things that happened to me that I just, like I said, I'm not about to go through it all, but I knew that I was different. I'm just going to say it like that. There were actions that I did take. Like I said, at that given point in time, I did what I wanted to do at that period of time in my life. If I wanted to talk to boys, if I wanted to hit the streets, if I lied to get out, if I stayed out late, if I was just disobedient, if I was wayward, whatever it is that I did what I did at that period of time when I was in that stage of my life. As I outgrew people, outgrew situations, I got older, I went through certain things, which is what's supposed to happen. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to learn from the error of your ways. You're supposed to change, evolve. That's how you learn. You understand what I'm saying? And when I learned that this isn't the life that I wanted to live, when I realized I wanted more for myself, then that's when I started seeking God more. And I didn't mean like, yeah, I grew up in the church. Yes, I know about the Bible. Yes, I know my scriptures. But at the same time, like I said, like a lot of people that were around you, there was a certain persona that they felt like they had to put on. But it's one thing, like I said, to truly know Him, to truly have gone through things and know what it is that He's done for you. And to truly have that obedience, that faith in Him. And then it's another to just say, well, I'm a Christian. Yeah, I carry the title. I know God. I believe in God. But it's like you have that mask on. And then it's like behind the scenes, He truly knows how you feel. He knows that if you truly believed in Him, you would take these steps to heal yourself. You would take these steps, like I said, to spiritually grow. And see, the thing is, you didn't realize that the reason why this darkness was in your family and it crossed over to you was because at the end of the day, these people were spiritually sick and spiritually ill. And I'm feeling that, like I said, they didn't know once they opened up that doorway, because what I was going to say is there's people who, unless they come out and openly say what it is that they dabble into, there are people who won't even know that they do that. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because they carry that face, that persona, that mask, and they wear it so well. And I feel they won't want people to know. Do you understand what I'm saying? They don't want to be judged. Because in part, like I said, this root of evil that was following you was in part because of the curses that was over your family. But it was also because, like I said, there are a couple people who are in your family, like I said, that are into certain things that you don't know nothing of. And they hide it from people. I feel like in part they hide it through they hold on to their religion as a cloak of what it is that they truly do behind the scenes. Some don't even associate themselves with it. Some, like I said, that do, they did something that opened up a doorway that they, at this point in time, it's like that evil has grown because they allowed it to fester and to grow for so long. They weren't doing and taking the necessary steps to rid themselves of that evil. And see, like I said, you were just faced with it on all ends. But see, the reason why I'm feeling like God chose you, like I said, even though that root was following you, you have to understand something. Like, even though you felt like for 10 steps you took forward, it was 5 that you was taking back, that evil wasn't allowed to latch on to you and to really have its way with you the way that it wanted to, because God was walking with you. But you didn't understand, like, it took time to have to go through those different stages of your life in order to get here, in order to understand, to be aware of it. And then now, like I said, you're taking those necessary steps to rid yourself of that evil, not only by getting closer to God, but by being obedient and doing what it is that he's telling you to do. One of those things was he was telling you to set boundaries for yourself. You didn't understand. You was like I said, fighting him tooth and nail, because, like I said, these people did not expose themselves. And you did not know, and you did not understand why he was telling you to set boundaries. But see, when God delivers you from a thing and you go back, you're forfeiting your blessings, you're forfeiting your destiny and what it is that he wants you to step into. You didn't understand the purpose that he had for you was for you to be the light in the darkness. For you to bring people out of the darkness by allowing your light to shine bright. This was the very light that people tried to kill because of the darkness that was on them. But God still yet told you to forgive and to still continue to step into your purpose. But he realized, like, in order for you to really do the things that he needed you to do, you had to get away. Because, like I said, people weren't doing what it took to really, they opened up, that doorway has been open, and now they don't know how to close it. Maybe they don't know how to close, and for some, they're not doing what it takes to close it. You understand what I'm saying? And so that's why God is telling you to separate yourself from these people, because this is the reason in part why these people took these actions against you and why you felt like you never belonged. You kept maybe asking yourself, like, why they say these certain things to me? Why they felt like that was okay? Because when you're spiritually ill and sick, you move in ignorance. You don't even understand. That's why it calls these people to be ignorant. It calls these people to be low vibrational. It calls these people to betray you, to hurt you. You understand me? It calls these people to think of you a certain type of way. These people are very judgmental and they're rude. And see, when God searched your soul and your spirit, and he saw how genuine you were through everything that you was faced with, even from the womb, he chose you. He chose you. This is why you was chosen from the womb to break these curses. But see, he didn't intend for you to go through these situations for them to be as severe as they were. You understand what I'm saying? But he equipped you to get through it. And see, the thing is, as you was getting through it and as you was growing, it's like he got to the point where he was like, okay, no, I'm going to do more, and now I got to come through and set the record straight. Because see, there are people, like I said, it was the generational curse, and then there were people who were on your path that was really trying to kill your life. And it was all tied to this dark cloud and this root of evil that was following you in every cycle and every phase of your life. But see, this root wasn't able to have its way with you. It had to take a sideline view and watch God continuously to do the things that he was doing for you. It couldn't have its way with you. And God wasn't going to allow it to have its way with you because you're genuine. The people I'm talking to, you're a truly genuine person. In part, like I said, you're so genuine. That's why you moved the way that you move. And it's not your fault that you were naive at one point in time. It's not your fault that you could not see these people for who they truly were. This is why you have God on your side. This is why you have Jesus. This is why you have Holy Spirit. Like I said, they're with you, and that's why this root couldn't have its way with you. And God is coming through and dismantling and ridding you of all that evil that was in your life. There are a lot of people, like I said, that wanted this evil to overcome you and take you out. And I don't know if some of you, like I said, going back to the movie is called The Passion of the Christ. If you haven't watched it, I suggest you watch it. I love that movie. It's one of my favorites. And see, I watched that movie about 3 times in a day to really go back and go back and go back and go back and try to understand it and go back and go back. And I don't know if you guys recognize that when God was being, well, not when Jesus was being brutally, like I said, whipped. There's this woman. If you go back and you watch the movie, there's this woman, right, in this dark cloak, this black cloak, and if you see her, like, she's in every scene where Jesus is like being crucified. Also before that, when he was being brutally whipped, when he had to go through that agony and that pain, you see her. And so that's not a person, that's an evil. And like I said, it's tied to what it is that you was going through. And you see how it followed Jesus every time he was going through those phases and those cycles of his life where he was suffering and where he was hurting, where people was going up against him. And so I watched that. And it's also the same evil that drove Judas to commit suicide. Now, if any of you are battling that or have battled that, I'm talking about right now, pause this video. Don't even continue to listen to what I'm listening to, and get down on your knees and thank God that he allowed you and he was there with you to overcome that evil. Because had he not been there, you would not be here. That's how bad it is. And I'm not trying to say this to scare anyone. See, I don't come on here and talking about I'm here to deliver another banger. I don't come on here, it's just another prophetic word. If I come on here, I'm led to come on here and I'm saying what I'm led to say. You understand what I'm saying? This is a very serious message. This is why God is telling you to set boundaries with these people. It's not that they don't love you. Some, like I said, it's not every single person in your family. But because of this darkness and this root that is over your family, this is why, like I said, God chose you and brought you up out of that. So you would change. He changed that narrative for you. So you wouldn't go through some of the very same things that your family had to go through. Like I said, these people, whatever it is that they was dabbling into, it caused it to not only affect the people and situations in their life, but it jumped over in yours. And so you understand, like, they see it affecting every single last person in areas of relationships and areas of finances. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. It causes them to be so low vibrational. And they know that they are, because if they didn't, they wouldn't have to go through these hoops to try to hide it. You be who you are. Just be who you are. They can't, because they know at the end of the day there's work that needs to be done, but they're not willing to do the work. They're trying to sweep it under the rug, and it's that sweeping under the rug that causes this evil to grow. But like I said, when it comes to you, he chose you to break these curses. He chose you to rise up. He chose you. He chose you and placed you on this path, gave you this purpose, gave you this mission. Because you was always the genuine one. You was always nice. You was always humble. That's who you truly are in spirit. That's who you truly are in your soul. And this evil was trying to grow and grow within you to try to kill and strip you of every piece of godly that was in you. But God say, no, the devil is a lie. There will be no rest for the wicked. You're trying to kill and dim the very light that I need to shine bright in order to lead others about the darkness. And you think I'm going to take it easy on you? See, the way that God is about to deliver this back to people is the same way that they dished it out. And it's going to be 10 times. It's going to be 10 times worse. Do you understand me? There were people, like I said, who At the end of the day, he saw how you handled the situation. He saw how they were to you, and then behind your back, how they thought it was funny to group up against you, talk about you, and they didn't even understand the things that you was going and you was battling up against. So you was dealing with that, and you was dealing with these curses, and you was dealing with that root of evil. It was around you on all ends, and had not God stepped in and intervened on your behalf, you would not be here. But this is to let you know that God is saying there will be no rest for the wicked. There will be no rest for those who did not want you to have rest. There will be no rest for those who wanted you to live with less. There will be no rest for those who wanted you to be stressed. JC, back me up. GP, are you with me? You already know what to do. If any of these messages resonate with you, please make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. And tell a friend to join the JC gang. Reach one, teach one. We ride together. We gonna slide together, JC gang for life. There will be no rest for the wicked. There will be no rest for the wicked. There will be no rest for the wicked. Because the wicked did not know and did not want to change from their wicked ways. The wicked did not want to heed to God's warning. Like I say, God will give you chances to, at the end of the day, change from your wicked ways. God will give you a chance to learn. God will give you chances after chances after chances. But at the end of the day, he's not going to allow it to come to the point where you are hurting the very same people that he has on a mission, that you are getting in the way of the people that he needs to step forward into the purpose and on the path that he has for them. At this point, it's God coming in and intervening and handling these people and ridding you of this evil. It was never meant to go this far. The reason why people keep spiritually attacking you is because you keep overcoming every attack of the enemy. They know who you are. It's not a question about them not knowing who you are. This is why they envy you. This is why they're jealous of you. This is why they're trying to be you. But see, they're going to be met, like I said, and come to a hard stop. They're going to be met with blockages because there's certain gifts and abilities that God enabled you to have that these people do not have. They're trying to cross the same T's as you, dot the same I's as you, to have the same blessings that you're having, the same recognition. This is why they're never going to be fulfilled, because see, what God has for you is not what they have, is not what he has for these people. When they're going to be met with blockages. See, the thing is what's going to happen when they come to this hard stop and they can't reach or go where it is that you're going because it's your gifts and your abilities is going to take you there, the same gifts and abilities that they do not possess. That's when they're going to stop and they're going to realize, they're going to say, okay, this is not for me. I need to heal. They're not healed. And this is why God is telling you in part, don't be mad at these people. For some, you really have to pray for them and pray for their spirit and soul, because they're so weak and so insecure. They have no dreams. They don't have a mindset of their own. Remember what I say? They don't have a sense of self. Maybe for some of you didn't understand what I meant by that. When people don't have a sense of self, they may come off like they strong. They may come off like they, oh, I don't like, like I don't care about you. I got to fret over you. But they do, because they try to watch and do everything that it is that you're doing, or they try to take certain things from you that you have, or they try to, like I said, attack your character, attack your integrity, but they try to spiritually attack you and block you so you won't step into what God needs you to do. This evil tried to overcome you with confusion and with doubt, so you wouldn't believe that you could do it or that you could carry it out, or you won't step into what it is that he needs you to step into. That evil, like I said, was doing what it was sent to do, but that's why God came through for you, and he's doing what he has to do so you can step into and do what you need to do. There won't be no rest for the wicked. Do you understand what I'm saying? God is coming through and delivering it to every single last person, and he's ridding you of this evil. He says, no more. I'm tired. No more. He searched your soul. If you're trying to wonder and you're figuring out, those of you who, like I said, is on the same path as me, and those of you who, like I said, are watching, that's coming here, like I said, they know who you are. You were the genuine one. That's why you was bullied. That's why they said the things that they said and did the things that they did. That's why they did it. It's a darkness over these people, and it was a light over you. No matter what they said, no matter what they did, it doesn't matter, because you're here. And they said it because of that darkness that's over them. That very same darkness that God wants you to shed your light and lead them up out of it. They got one of two choices. They can step up out of that darkness and change from their wicked ways. Or they may very well, and I don't want to say it, but like I said, God will give you chances. He don't play. God will give you chances so that you don't die in your sin. People have to have that willingness to want to change. These people don't have the willingness to want to change, but they do have the willingness to try to hide who they truly are. And that's not the right way to go about it. That's not the right way to go about it. But like I say, God is equipping you with what you need so that you can push forward. So he don't want you to be worried about this. He don't want you to be worried about it because he's handling it. You understand me? This is why at the end of the day, he couldn't have his way with you and you're still here, you're alive and you're well. And it had to take a sideline view and watch God continuously bless you. It's like it tried, like I said, to strip you away of every piece of godly that was in you. Like, oh, you seeing this, it didn't hurt you. Oh, you losing this, it didn't hurt you. Or you going through this, it didn't stop you. It didn't block you. You hear certain people when they say certain things like, oh, it didn't stop you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it didn't stop you. It tried to. It may have delayed you. But God still got you where he needed you to be. I don't know what you're going through, but I want you to know today you got favor. Through your trials, through your tests, through your hard times, don't worry, no. They attacked your character, they attacked your integrity, but don't worry, no, no. God favors you. He favors you. This is why you didn't die. He favors you. This is why you being blessed. He favors you. This is why he rose you up. He favors you. This is why that evil did not have its way with you. He favors you. This is why your finances, your success, everything that it is that you thought you lost, he is bringing back to you. Multiply, because your faith never died. I just said something. Your finances, in areas of your career, of business, everything that evil thought that it took from you, everything that evil thought it blocked you from, everything that evil thought it stopped you from doing, God is bringing right back to you, multiplied, because your faith never died. Wonder why I did not die. I'd be happy to tell you why. God favors you. No longer do we cry when fake friends say goodbye. Some days my well went dry, but I had the same reply. Evil wanted to break me down inside, but God said, again I rise. That evil wanted to tear and rip every piece of godly in you. That's why you was met with so much resistance. That's why what you was trying to get up off the ground, it never flourished the way that you wanted it to. But you still here, you still alive, you still well, you still in your right mind, you still pushing. It was trying to rip that from you. Because see, no matter if it can rip the materialistic things, the tangible things that's in your life, when your faith is still there, when your belief in the Most High is still there, when you know that a higher power truly do exist, when your prayer life is on 100, you can get all these things back. That's what people don't even understand. Physically, you may be broke, but spiritually, never that. That's why he said, your finances, listen, your businesses, your houses, everything that it is that you thought you lost, he's bringing back and he's multiplying it because your faith never died. That's what that evil was trying to kill in you. That's what these people was envying about you. Your faith, your belief, how you changed yourself and you didn't care who was rolling with you. These are the things that they gossip about. Let me tell you something. Watch a person who will sit up here and bring you gossip about somebody else's business, because they sitting around telling your business to somebody else. They didn't have no boundaries. People didn't have no boundaries when it came to you. They all sat up here and, like I said, grouped up together and was talking about you. They were all grouped up together, was very judgmental of you, was trying to get others to be judgmental of you. The people who truly know you, they know that people can be manipulative, know people can be deceptive, know people can be jealous of someone else that lead them to do certain things towards another person, know people can pump fake, know people can put on, know people that's not spiritually well in their mind and their soul and their spirit. It will lead them to do certain things that they know and take unjustifiable actions towards others. The people who truly know. And those who didn't, they got a clue. And if they don't, they're going to get one real soon. Because God said ain't going to be no rest for the wicked. It ain't going to be no rest for the wicked. Those who didn't want you to have rest by spiritually attacking you, continuously sending you spirits your way. Those who wanted you to live with less. There are people who want you to go back and live in them same struggles that God delivered you from. Let me tell you something. If you're not careful, trying to go back to what it is that he delivered you from, you may very well be back in those situations. And that's not what I want for you. You have to wake up and realize what it is that he's trying to show you. I'm not saying that all your family is not right. But we do know there are a couple of rotten ones. And ain't no ifs, ands, buts about it. And it's all because of the darkness that's over your family. Even the ones who have been good to you. It's affecting every single last person in your family. So God is coming through and he is dismantling and ridding you of this evil, so you have nothing to worry about. I feel that, like I said, this is taking effect and had an effect over your family in areas of finances, of relationships. But like I said, God has chosen you because you were the one that was genuine. You were the one that was pure. You're the one that kept your faith. And so he's coming through and he is. So I just want you guys to know that God is coming through for you. And understand that if you need a friend, you got it in me. You already know I'm your sister. I come with that real and never that fake. And until next time, stay prayed up and be blessed.